Fear Melters. Move from fear to here. The Wild Kingdom Edition. As human beings, we're naturally wired to look out for danger. Our nervous system is always on standby, ready to jump into action to keep us safe. Think about it. You step off the curb to cross the street and suddenly a car turns into the crosswalk. Without even thinking, you freeze to avoid getting hit. Our bodies are pretty amazing at protecting us when we sense a threat. In modern life, we can feel stuck in a never-ending cycle of stress and worry. Whether it's work pressures, relationship challenges, overwhelming news, social media overload, or just feeling isolated and divided, it can all add up to a constant sense of threat. And the bottom line is, when we're afraid, we're not present. But here's the good news. We can name the types of fear we experience and then shift away from the cycle of fear and reactivity. The 4 fear responses are fight, flee, freeze, and faint. When we first understand how we respond, we can then take action to free ourselves from fear and to shift into presence. The 2 types of fear that feel more active, like movement, are fight and flee. The 2 more passive fear responses are freeze and faint. To feel the fight response, move your body forward, put your fists up, stand like you're confronting someone or something. Flee is escape or checking out, either into your head, into busyness, or into distraction. Freeze is the deer in the headlights. Your breath gets short, your shoulders tighten, your stomach churns into knots. Faint is going foggy. I'll let someone else deal with it, and I just can't. Think of a time when you were agitated or reactive. Where did you go first? Were you active or passive? What type came after that? Play with this and name your fear signature. Mine is typically fight, then flee. Okay, little monkey, here's the invitation to befriend the fear and move through it with Fear Melters. Remember fight with your shoulders and fists up? Now imagine your body oozing, moving and flowing like melting chocolate or drizzling honey. Ooze into your arms, your hands, your hips, your shoulders. Ooze and move. Flee is when we go somewhere else, be it into our heads or our phones. The fear melter for flee is to root down. Get grounded like you're growing roots out of your hands and feet. Make your body heavy and find the earth beneath you. Freeze, like the deer in the headlights, is when our breath stops and we try to disappear. The fear melter for freeze is primal and fun. It's wiggle. Start with your fingers and hands. Wiggle them. Then wiggle your shoulders. Then your knees and your butt. Wiggle everything and shake that freeze off, like the impala shakes back awake after a lion attack. Like I said, this is primal. Okay, ready for some woo? Hey, what do you have to lose? Is anyone watching you? Trust me, this works in all its wonderful weirdness. The faint response is when we're as low as a sloth's belly. We've given up and just can't. The fear melter for faint is love scoops. Imagine all of the goodness and warmth that exists in the world. Call it energy or life force or prana. Reach out your hand and scoop some of that energy toward you. Let your hand land on your body and nourish it. Now, scoop with the other hand and do the same. Keep scooping and you'll feel the shift. Doing 2 minutes of fear melters, 1 or a combination of all 4, is what it takes to shift from fear to here. The tools of fear melters are always available to you when you recognize that you're reactive and out of presence.